Thank you very much, Jonathan. It gives me enormous pleasure to join Jonathan and the RSA in welcoming everybody here today to listen to this address from the Secretary of State. It also gives me personally enormous pleasure to have been invited by the RSA to chair the advisory board for the Prisons Learning Network. When I was approached, I made it clear that I was completely ignorant of learning in prisons, and I was rather told that that was why I had been selected for this high honor, but assured that by the end of the year of intensive work, I would no longer be as ignorant as I was when I kicked off. It's an unusual thing for us to be undertaking. It's unusual because it's an area that has been so thoroughly surveyed and analyzed by so many different bodies. We all understand the sheer importance of education and of learning and of training in prisons, of the huge wastage of manpower and womanpower under incarcerated circumstances. We also know how much has been done by the prison service and by the Learning and Skills Councils and by the probation service. What we wanted to try to do is to establish some common ground for building on past experience through the intermediation of a neutral but powerful and thoughtful body such as the RSA to see what further changes we could hope to effect and to bring about. I want to express my personal thanks to the RSA and to Fran Sainsbury in particular for the way in which they have developed the program to date, to those who are supporting it so warmly, including the prison service, and in particular this morning to the Secretary of State for Justice and Lord Chancellor Jack Straw. It gives me enormous pleasure to introduce Jack Straw, who has one of the most serious responsibilities of his political career to date, a political career which indeed started as a student and probably brought him closer to personal exposure to the prison service as the leader of the National Union of Students in those heady days of the late 1960s. But now that he is reformed, it gives us enormous pleasure to welcome him this morning and to ask him to speak to us on the theme, Building Confidence in the Criminal Justice System. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Straw.